Please welcome the President of Junior Achievement of Central Florida, Craig Polgis.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you enjoyed seeing the video montage of the Disney volunteers. I don't know if you realize, but each year over 5,500 Disney cast members annually kick off JA Central Florida's Bowl-a-thon, and it has raised over $250,000 to support our programs in the area, reaching over 30,000 students. So an extraordinary impact that this Walt Disney World and the 62,000 cast members that are employed here in Central Florida have on junior achievement. So let's give Disney a big round of applause. I am pleased to share one of Orlando's magical JA experiences with you. The greatest joy of working for Junior Achievement is that elusive moment when we realize our hard work makes a difference. The story you're about to hear is one of those examples that reinforces the impact that each of us has on our respective communities across the country. Let me begin by introducing one of JA Central Florida's dearest friends, Miss Diane Millet. Like so many of our JA partners, Diane is an entrepreneur who established a boutique consulting firm in 2006, focusing on IT solutions and change management. Highly successful in her work, she looked for an opportunity to provide relevant business experience and mentors to Central Florida's young women. 5 years ago, she developed an initiative that aligns very well with Junior Achievement's core values. We've been proud to be one of her partners since 2009. The initiative provides young women experience working collaboratively with area women executives to solve some of our community's most pressing problems. Nearly 200 young women have participated, many of whom describe it as a life-changing experience. Diane Millet's commitment demonstrates how valuable it is to have business professionals serve as positive role models and mentors to young people. Please give a warm JA welcome to Diane Millet, who in turn will introduce our keynote speaker, a product of Junior Achievement. Diane will reinforce what we hear so often from our volunteers. Working with young people changes not only their lives, but the volunteer lives as well.
Well, good morning, everyone. I am just thrilled to be here at the National Conference for Junior Achievement. It is certainly one of the most prominent organizations in our community with regard to helping young people achieve their dreams and the success that they want in life. I'm delighted to be here this morning to introduce an exceptional young woman. Her name is Amy Bonilla, and she is a longtime product of Junior Achievement. I've had the pleasure of knowing Amy for about 2 to 3 years, and it started with her participation in this mentoring program that Craig just discussed, called Me and My Community. At that time, Amy was just a junior in high school. She was at Boone High School, and she was in the magnet program, and it was a finance magnet program, which she'll talk about later. She was also an officer in the ROTC program, while maintaining stellar grades and a reputation as a leader in her class. From the moment I met Amy, I knew she was a born leader. I knew she was going to be successful in business. Her infectious energy and enthusiasm stood out among all the other girls in the program that year. As a result, I asked Amy if she would consider volunteering as an intern with Diane Millet and Associates to help coordinate the program for the next year. She immediately said yes and contributed substantially to the program's success that year, beginning with sharing her experiences with the current year participants. As you can imagine, they were in awe. She discussed the ideals upon which Junior Achievement is based, the importance of community leadership, mentorship, an initiative that's required to achieve one's dreams. The audience of high school junior girls were enraptured. They were thinking, wow, Amy is someone that I would like to emulate. I want to be just like her. Amy and I often discussed college and the opportunities associated with different schools that she was looking at attending throughout the country. She shared her passion for Central Florida and community involvement, and what an honor it would be to enroll at the University of Central Florida. As a double major in accounting and entrepreneurship and a minor in nonprofit management, Amy's professional dream is to lead a nonprofit organization that embodies the same values that have made her the success that she is today, and the one she will continue to be in the future. Midway through Amy's freshman year, I went to visit her on campus at UCF. I have to tell you, I followed the directions for parking. I was on the other side of the campus than she was, and it was raining that day, and I had my heels on, so it was interesting when we finally got together. But in any event, I walked across campus, and I entered the building where she was sitting, you know, in the little area where there's a fast food restaurant, and you could see the energy emanate from her. We sat and talked for 2 hours, and I listened as she told me of the many activities and organizations she was not only part of, but was the leader of. Her zest for using her love of business tools, social skills, and leadership came through each word she spoke, and I couldn't have been more proud to have known her. Now here we are 14 months later, and she is a tax credit fund intern with Raymond James in Tampa, Florida, and has recently been accepted into the ICN Business School in Nancy, France, for a business exchange in spring of 2014. What an honor. Not only is this one of the most prestigious schools in France, but it will allow her to perfect her French and speak the language of diplomats. Perhaps this is another opportunity for me to visit her on a campus in a country, if you listen to my last name, that I know and love well. When I think of Amy Bonilla, I think of a garden rich in soil and abundant in harvest, with nourishing and beautiful vegetation that grows more beautiful every year. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to introduce my friend, Amy Bonilla.
Well, what an introduction. I still can't believe it myself. Good morning, everyone. It's such an honor to be in front of you today. As you can tell, junior achievement really has a positive impact on students. You see, I'm the living testament of how your efforts and support can change someone's life forever. In 1993, I was born an only child to a teacher and a police officer in Honduras. I lived there for 8 years until my parents divorced and my mother and I moved to Orlando. My transition to the United States was a bit difficult as my health was deteriorating and my mom and I struggled to find stability and a sense of belonging. I've grown up with American culture as my own and enjoy as many of its opportunities as I can. I assure you that my mother and I never take the freedoms and opportunities we enjoy for granted. I've grown up with junior achievement since elementary school, starting in 5th grade where I learned about our nation and built pens. I'm sure many of you remember those pens. I was fortunate enough to have a JA program and a volunteer every single year through 12th grade. Because of the advantages JA has given me, I am thrilled to be able to speak with you today. Junior achievement really does set the stage for kids' future success. If it weren't for JA, I wouldn't have had many of the opportunities that I have successfully pursued. Hard as it is to believe today, I used to be introverted, very inquisitive, but extremely quiet. If you were to look around our classroom, I was the girl in the corner trying to go unnoticed. Although this may have been due to the fact that I was getting accustomed to the American school system, I think I was just a bit scared of having the spotlight. One of my teachers, Ms. Hakey, told me one day, "Amy, I know you can soar, but that cocoon's got to go." I was intimidated, but then one day, shortly after that conversation, a JA volunteer showed up at our classroom. I know what you're thinking. Coincidences like that just don't happen. But yes, they do. I was in the process of learning English and getting used to the American way. But then that volunteer started speaking with such passion about JA. I could feel her desire to empower us and share her knowledge and experiences with us. I felt like she was talking directly to me, and I listened as attentively as I could. She made me believe that I could be whatever I wanted to be. She saw my potential when I could not yet see it. I learned from her that if I worked hard, made good choices, and took advantages of opportunities, I could get anywhere. If my volunteer had such confidence in me, why shouldn't I? I think Ms. Hakey would be happy to know that the cocoon is now gone. When I was in middle school, I participated in JA's Global Marketplace. I was fortunate enough to learn about our country's free enterprise system and the importance of business ethics and business relations. I liked seeing things from a local, state, and global perspective. This class helped me evaluate my passion for becoming involved in my community and learning more about what JA had to offer. The overarching point I am making is that it's not about me. It's really what Junior Achievement has done for me and for many other kids like me. It's done a lot, teaching us why education is so important with programs such as the economics of staying in school. JA brings out the best in every student and gives us an understanding of what the real business world is like. I learned that business principles do not only apply to an office or the stock market, but they also apply to life. So when it came to high school, I made a choice that now seems pretty bold for a ninth grader, but it was a choice that served me very well. Looking to challenge myself, I decided to apply for an Academy of Finance magnet school that prepared students for the corporate world. Because of JA, I had been exposed to business and finance at an early age and felt like this was a good option. Furthermore, I came from a family of entrepreneurs, so why not follow in the family's footsteps, right? I had the privilege of being accepted, but since I would attend a school out of my zoning district, I had to find my own transportation. At that point, my parents were not able to take me, and none of my friends were going out of the neighborhood. I knew it would be hard, but I knew that going to a finance magnet program would mean good things for me. I really wanted to do it. Things worth having just never seemed to come easy. So I made a personal commitment that I would get there myself through public transportation, even though it meant leaving for school at 5 a.m. every day and transferring to a second bus at the downtown terminal in order to get to school on time. I am so glad that I did that because attending Boone High School opened so many opportunities for me. And I'm proud to say that I would do it 100 times over if it meant I could grow into who I am today and pursue similar or even bigger opportunities. Lucky for me, Boone High School loved Junior Achievement as much as I did. So my JA story continues with programs such as JA Personal Finance, JA Success Skills, and JA Titan. We had great volunteers, and the program taught us so much about economics, pricing, production, marketing, and capital investments. JA complemented my finance high school curriculum. All of our classes from the Academy of Finance were able to compete against each other in the Titan simulation. I learned so many lessons and realized I was becoming more of a risk taker. I remember my Titan volunteer said we were almost ready for an MBA. Imagine that. I think I need to have a talk with her now. I saw the impact that having a JA volunteer made on me, and I became an active volunteer, accumulating more than 700 hours of community service before I graduated. Coming from Honduras, I truly appreciate what a great country the United States is and how important it is for all of us to be good citizens. I believe that giving back is part of every individual's responsibility, not just as a good citizen, but as a member of our global community. During my junior year, I was very proud to be able to participate in a local program where Junior Achievement partners with Diane Millet and Associates for a one-day leadership program called Me and My Community. What a lucky day that was for me when I was selected to participate. It was an amazing program for young women, and as you've heard, I've been fortunate to have Ms. Millet as a mentor and a friend as I've set personal goals. I was even able to intern with her. Because of my presentations at Me and My Community, I had the honor of becoming a JA Shining Star and co-host of the Mid-Florida Business Hall of Fame in 2011. What a great evening that was. I got to meet some of Central Florida's greatest business leaders and learn of their achievement and their life stories. Talk about being inspired by business leaders. But the really fun part of that event was that my co-host was a JA board member who helped me through the application process at the University of Central Florida and still checks in with me every semester, Mr. Fred Kittinger. JA certainly boosted my self-esteem and confidence, characteristics vital to any goal in life. I've been able to network with professionals in many industries, creating opportunities for internships and career explorations. So it's probably during my senior year in high school that the inevitable happened. I became a JA super kid. I liked learning about managing time and money, how to deal with individuals, how to compete in business games. I loved it. Because of the knowledge and sense of community I've obtained from JA, I feel more comfortable in public speaking and group activities, which has prompted me to look into leadership opportunities and student advocacy programs. JA brought out the best in me and taught me never to fear being a shining star. It gave me the diversity and exposure to be well prepared not only for college, but for life. JA's presence in my life grew as I aged and matured into who I am today. I continue to volunteer with Junior Achievement and other organizations and understand that even I can be a role model for other young children. As I underwent many experiences in my life, JA complemented my love for business and nonprofits. It gave me a sense of security and stability that I sought. Having JA volunteers and mentors in my life helped me make difficult decisions, like attending a magnet school that was across town and 2 public city buses away from my house. Till this day, I am confident that I can work and study my way through college and be successful at it. I became a greater risk taker and an individual that desired to share my knowledge and opportunities with those not able to fully access the resources available to them. I am confident in saying that it all paid off. I'm not afraid of having the spotlight anymore. I can share my knowledge and passion for service without hesitation and with no desire to receive anything in return. I'm not afraid of failure because in the end, there's always a lesson to learn, regardless of the outcome. As of today, I am double majoring in finance and entrepreneurship with now a double minor in international business and nonprofit. I owe it all to the France exchange. My life goal is to either work with a nonprofit like JA or UNICEF and give selflessly. I really just want to help people like they help me. I do not want to accumulate accolades and wealth. They're worthless at the end of our lives. It will not matter how many internships I have acquired at my young age, how many scholarships I won, how many trophies and certificates are hanging from my walls. What will matter is how I was able to make a difference in someone's life. JA has made a difference in my life. It has given me the confidence and perseverance to follow my dreams with no fears. Now, it's my turn to give back to the community at the local, state, national, and even global scope. I live by this quote, and I ask that you ask yourself how you measure yourself by it. Reasonable people adapt themselves to the world. Unreasonable people attempt to adapt the world to themselves. Be unreasonable. Take on the world. I thank JA for the opportunities it has given me and for empowering me to have no fear in empowering others. Above all, I thank my parents, Angela and Victor, for supporting me in my sometimes unreasonable pursuits to adapt the world to myself and succeed in every goal I set my mind to do. I thank you for being a part of what I consider a global movement to build a stronger foundation for our future. It is an honor to stand before you and before my parents and share my desire to contribute to our JA family in the most wonderful country in the world, the United States of America. God bless you, and God bless the USA.
Please welcome to the stage Abra Ensley, Senior District Manager for JA of the Bluegrass.
Good morning. That's incredibly hard to follow. Thank you so much. But I'm sure, like you, want to run straight home and get back to work, because that makes me feel like what we do is so important. So thank you. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy's mentor, Diane. And thank you to her parents, Angela and Victor, who are seated there in the front. You are the reason we do what we do. So thank you. Good morning, I'm Abra Ensley. I'm from Junior Achievement of the Bluegrass in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm a member of the JA Field Program Advisory Committee. This morning is very exciting. We're going to be introducing 6 new or redeveloped programs that we will be releasing. JA Our Families, JA Our City, JA Economics for Success, JA It's My Future, JA Job Shadow, and JA Career Success. 4 of these programs are old favorites. We've focused on keeping the parts that make them favorites while giving them an updated content and look. We'll take a look at the latest versions of JA Our Families and JA Our Cities, JA Economics for Success, and JA Job Shadow. 2 of these programs are new. JA It's My Future gives middle grade students a head start in looking at future career and educational opportunities. JA Career Success, funded with the generous support of Accenture, provides high school students with the opportunity of building soft skills and transferable skills needed for any job, while looking at promising career opportunities in high-growth fields. First, let's take a look at where JA programs have been and where JA may be going in the future.
The future of our country depends upon making every individual, young and old, fully realize the obligations and responsibilities belonging to citizenship. The future of each individual rests in the individual, providing each is given a fair and proper education and training in the useful things of life. Habits of life are formed in youth. What we need in this country now is to teach the growing generations to realize that thrift and economy, coupled with industry, are as necessary now as they were in past generations.